Sony has finally opened up about its next chapter in the mirrorless camera world, and the photography community is buzzing with excitement. In a new interview with Sony France's senior product manager, the company discussed its mid-range mirrorless strategy, the massive success of the A7 IV, the cultural popularity of the A7C II in Asia, and most importantly, what we can expect from the long-awaited Sony A7 V. If you're a photographer, videographer, or hybrid content creator, this update is essential. According to Sony, the A7 IV and A7C II remain the most balanced cameras in the entire Alpha lineup, offering a perfect compromise between photo quality, video power, and affordability. Even after several years on the market, the A7 IV continues to sell incredibly well, especially in Europe, where Sony dominates the full-frame mirrorless market with nearly 36% share. But what's even more fascinating is the brand's deliberate approach. Sony doesn't just release new cameras every year for hype. Instead, it builds sustainable product lines that last longer and focus on true innovation. This approach explains why the company is taking its time. With the Sony A7 V, the A7 IV is now turning 4 years old, practically a lifetime in the fast-moving camera world. Yet, Sony insists that a new generation will only launch when there's a real technological leap. As mentioned in the interview, the A9 III represented one such leap, introducing a global shutter sensor that completely redefined speed and rolling shutter performance. That's the kind of game-changer Sony wants for the A7 V. So what can we expect from the A7 V when it finally arrives? Industry rumors and insider reports hint that Sony is testing new stacked BSI sensors with global shutter technology, improved dynamic range, and advanced heat management for extended 8K and oversampled 4K video recording. The next-gen body could also feature enhanced AI-driven autofocus, better subject recognition, and a fully redesigned EVF system inspired by Sony's top-tier cinema line. If these features are confirmed, the A7 V might become one of the most versatile hybrid cameras Sony has ever made. But the conversation doesn't stop at full frame. Sony's APS-C mirrorless lineup, particularly the A6700 and FX30, continues to attract creators who value portability and cost efficiency. However, as the interview reveals, Sony knows that many users in Europe prefer a central EVF layout rather than the side-mounted one used on most APS-C models. This raises an exciting question. Could Sony be secretly developing an enthusiast-grade APS-C camera with a full-sized body similar to the A7 IV? If so, it could completely change the crop sensor market for vloggers, filmmakers, and travel photographers. Another fascinating insight from the interview involves regional market preferences. In Asia, for example, the A7C II's left-justified EVF and compact design resonate more strongly with creators, possibly for cultural or ergonomic reasons. This kind of regional awareness is what keeps Sony ahead of many competitors, designing not just for specs, but for how people actually shoot. When you zoom out, Sony's entire philosophy comes into focus. Build hybrid cameras that are powerful, reliable, and balanced, not just flashy. The company's refusal to renew at all costs every year means we can expect the A7 V to deliver genuine innovation when it does appear. Whether that's through AI autofocus advancements, faster processing, real-time subject tracking improvements, or full-sensor 8K video capture, Sony wants each alpha generation to mark a true technological milestone. For creators waiting to upgrade, that's both good and challenging news. It means that your A7 IV or A7C II isn't obsolete, far from it. These cameras remain industry-leading tools capable of cinematic video, stunning stills, and professional-level performance in hybrid workflows. It also means that when the A7 V finally arrives, it will likely be worth the wait, not just a cosmetic update, but a real step forward in the evolution of mirrorless imaging. This mindset extends across Sony's ecosystem. The company continues to expand its E-mount lens lineup, refine color science, improve in-body image stabilization, and integrate its AI-powered real-time tracking into more affordable models. All of this reinforces the idea that Sony is focused on long-term innovation rather than yearly iteration. So whether you're shooting professional video, cinematic B-roll, travel content, or portraits, Sony's strategy ensures that every camera in the Alpha line, from APS-C to full frame, serves a specific creative purpose. The A7 V, when it finally launches, could redefine what mid-range hybrid even means. If you're serious about camera tech, hybrid filmmaking, or just keeping up with Sony's innovations, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be covering every new leak, spec reveal, and hands-on review as soon as it drops. The next generation of Sony mirrorless cameras is on the horizon, and it looks like it's going to be worth every bit of the wait.